Alright, today we're watching Season 4, Episode number 12 of rezero. Core 1 ended off with one of the best rezero episodes ever and a strong connection between Emilia and Subaru. Last episode and Core was incredible, and I'm sure that this episode will be too. So without further ado, let's run the intro and hop right into this. Damn, spammed him. That one memory is gonna fuel him forever. I hope he keeps these memories if he gets his back. Bro, he saw you get blown a bit. Oh my god. He saw you get C4, and I know she wouldn't know, but this Subaru got over it pretty quick. He just needed a really strong slap in the face. Oh. I mean. Oh. You know, even the fact that they don't know, at least he has such a good, strong support system. It's like if their support is that unwavering, it doesn't really need them to know every little detail about it. I don't know, I think it's pretty. Oh, okay, we came out with it again. But this time we know a whole lot more. Look at this, yeah, gonna use the same Julian's face. Let's see what he changes here to do. Real. Especially concerning the sister. Yeah, I just did. Yo! Good way to put it. Ooh. Say yes. That's my first time meeting you, just letting you know. That's crazy. Moving forward with that would suck. Because you'd be afraid to do anything. Aww. Because of the honorific. Damn. She's showing little signs. Bro knows the future. Oh, I wonder if we'll get a little bit more of what she said to him because they cut away from it in the past. Yep. And it makes sense that she would be the what stems her problem with it, and her and him. Yeah. It was soft though. I love that. His resolve is so strong now. Oh. Stabs him through the heart. Pretty much the same thing. You were looking really angry. It took a lot of courage. I don't think she'll let him say that. I have short legs. Yeah, she's not gonna sit here and let him act like he's not worth anything. I'll overlook it. My bad, military commander. Yeah, we had a lot of time to think about what it was, but again, it makes sense that her anger would stem from that, as well as Julius's anxiety and fear about it. Oh, she has faith. It was just a shock, because he's really their last link to a lot of people. Get ready to get pushed. Dude, that episode was so fire! There it is. Are you dead serious? Oh, I was about to be pissed off. Like, did you learn nothing? Oh. Well there. Yo, she's shocked. She can't believe that. Yep. It wasn't until the memories.
はめられたのかしら？
俺の記憶喪失は嘘なんかじゃない。
どうやって私の始末をつける
I'm
の
not
か
going
し
to.
ら？
I'm gonna help you. He's about to hit you with therapy.
殺すつもりも傷つけるつもりもない。内緒にしとけば何も起きなかったことにできる。
You're a better man than me. I'm not gonna lie. I hit it with a us.
今回のことで分かってくれただろ。俺をどうにかしようとするの。
Melee, why do you have a black eye? Don't worry about
それで持
it.
ってんならせめてちゃんと話し合おう。
お兄さんは分かってないのよ。
衝動的なもんだよ。物事を解決するための選択肢に。それはお前のせいじゃない。殺人は
Yep.
癖になる
Yes,
から。
it is. He would have a lot of experience in that because that was actually an option he was trying to resort to in the last life,
俺
actually.
にはお前のことがわかる。
Not even just knowing about her and understanding the psychology of a person goaded into her lifestyle, but
かもしれないぜ。エルザ・グランヒルでお前が俺を殺そうとした理由だろ。
私のこと
whoa, yo, you're at an edge.
分かった風に言わせない。
Then he jumped for Emilia.
エルザ・クランヒルテはとんでもない女だったと思う。
Oh, with all those cuts,
くすぐったいからやめなさい。
it tickles is crazy. Yo, there was really something wrong with
私もあまり
her.
服装に頓着する方じゃないけど、随分と変わっているわね。他の人のものかもしれないけど、
That is crazy.
あなたはメイリー。
なくした忘れた失ったらつけてやろうじゃねえですか。
I hate you.
それが
I'm trying to think about who's my least favorite of y'all's little group.
からね。
Turning people into flies is devious.
寒いのかしら。
Again?
やり方はエルザを参考にした。喋り方は
At the end of the
エ
day,
ルザを
she's
参考にした。服だってちゃんと
regardless
着
of
て
how
いた。
she feels
服の
about
センス
her.
はおぞましい女だったと思う。
髪をお願いしているのだけれど。
本当にズボラよね。
You're such a slob.
ハグ
くすぐったいのだけれど。
ハグ
It changed from bloody to.
おかしな子ね。
大きくなってから消えないでほしかった。 自分の人生の一部で、一部というよりは
She was the entire thing because of how you modeled your life after hers.
エルザ・グランヒルテを殺されるぐらいなら
You wanted to be the one to do it?
メイリー・ポートルートは
Melee also had to be the one to
おと
go.
なしく終わらせてもらった方が。
けど人の家に上がるときは靴を脱ぐのにずかずかと上がり込むのが夏木家の家風なんだ。復讐したかったのか。
わからないわ。
仮にそうだったんだとしても。
そんなことは望んでない。私を助けようとするの？
お前がいなくなったらほとんど何も世界がまた一個寂しくなる。
Where did you get that?
お前が自
What
分の感情を
brand
持
is
て余し
that?
てるのは分かってる。ここ
Okay,
ですぐに
never
出せるような
mind.
もんじゃ
Well,
ない。
no, still, how is the strap? Screw that. How is the strap holding on to y'all's
悪い
weight?
ようにはしない。そうしたいと思ってくれるなら。
私もちゃんと聞いてたから約束の承認よ。
Aw, they're just so
助かった
understanding.
よエミリアちゃん。
まさか一緒に
I still don't want to stand on here, by the way.
心臓が飛び出すかと思ったんだから。
One bad step is all it takes.
助けてほしいってそう言われて、私たちを信じて。こ
If
の
that's
砂
not
の塔
enough, then
は
believe us
あな
both.
たが大きな何かを決めるには狭すぎる場所だもの。ここから出て
You have an entire
もっ
life
と
ahead.
広い場所で答えを探して。エルザの
That is true. Don't try to rush these decisions.
忘れたくないわ。
あ
And that's
あ、
fine.
いいよ。好きな人のことを忘れる必要なんかない。好きな人でも
Yeah.
やり方だけは真似しないでほしいかな。
悪くない仕事ぶりだわ。彼女はずっとそわそわしながら君たちの
Aww.
帰りを待ってたよ。自重なさい、エキドナ。と分かった途端にこの態度だ。好ましいね。
Man, that attitude is
正直
just
ヒヤ
her.
ヒヤさせられたのよ。王子様を死なせよ
That's
うとし
fine.
たことっすよ。本当にお咎めなしで
Yo,
大丈夫っ
having
す
your
か？
almost crime laid out just there on the dining room
大人な
table
ら
is
メイリーは
hilarious.
先に受けたんだ。お手本にならないようなことあんまりすんなよ。
お師様と足を
Yeah.
人間に育ててみせる。
Uh-oh, well,
お兄さん
suffocation.
裸のお姉さんに
問題ない。
Yes.
そう受け取っていいのだね。
あ
I
あ、いい
believe
ぞ
she'll be fine now.
ただし背中を見て育つメイリー次第。かっこ悪い背中は見せられないぜ。
That's all.
なるほど。見栄の問
For
題というわ
Julius,
け
that's actually big.
それなら任せてほしい。
Hmm.
期待してるぜ、キスさんよ。
That's good. That's really good for him
鋭意努力せざ
to
るを得
have
まい
that
ね。
as a backbone of foundation for himself. Because at the end of the day, she's little, bro. Like, I don't know. It's a tough situation.
提案なんだけど、記憶のことは一旦置いとかないか。要はこの塔と
I like this.
俺のなくした記憶には関連性がある。
塔を攻略するため
Then I'll
の
get
条
my
件を
memories
満
right
た
back
していけば
regardless.
おのずと夏樹くんの記憶がなくなった原因、あるいはその鍵が手に入る。
そういう
It's
こ
like
と。
that long road. We'll find it on it.
このままでいいって思ってるわけじゃない。
辛くても我慢する。私にもスバルのことを
Yo,
一番
come
心配する
on! I was told that we'll never get anything more than that last season, but it's okay.
具体的にはどうするんだい？
まずは試験を突破しなくちゃならねえ。そのためには
I think this is a really good way to mend a lot of these relationships as
見つける
well.
のが一番手っ取り早いだろ。書庫にレイドの本がないか。
I think that that's what got you clapped in the first place. Wow, what an episode. So Reed was walking around at some point, so I'm not gonna remove that as a possibility in my head. He can just do that, I'm assuming. So maybe some conditions have to be fulfilled, maybe, whatever, right? But the way he spoke about it sounds like he could just do it. Regardless of if it's easy or not, the fact of the matter is that he can. So that's just another factor to add into the chaos. Like Subaru was saying earlier in the episode, it's eventually all that stuff that went down will probably go down again in some capacity. And I just have to be ready for it this time. And I'm resolved to not let it get that bad anymore. And he started with Meili. Reed is just another part of that. And I think eventually we're going to have to deal with that too. I wouldn't be surprised if another condition made Shaola go back to being that sentry drone that is attacking and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised about that. So that's a bomb. But we were talking about it last season, or not last season, sorry, the first core. I do think reading the book is what messed up Subaru in the first place. And that is somehow tied to gluttony being present in the tower. I wonder if him getting his memories back would be expedited because of that, or is that when the chaos starts for them? Because how would he confront that? And it wouldn't be good. I think Subaru's in a very unique position. I feel like, well, to be fair, if we beat gluttony in the first place at this tower, that's resolved for us, I'd assume. But even if that's not how that works, Subaru's in a very unique position to where him having his memories taken away from him, well, he can loop and just learn things, whereas other people can't do that. They're stuck with that amnesia. So I don't know, I think it's gonna be a very interesting dynamic, especially if that's not how Subaru lost his memories. But he had a revelation, he ran to the books, lost his memories. I'm assuming he had the same revelation I did in that episode, and we did. He just has to read Reed's book to find a weakness for him. Let's go read it, and somehow that's attached or related to and connected to gluttony, and it resulted in our situation now. But the way he went about dealing with it all is smart. You know, he still went and revealed it, which I do think is the best course of action, just letting them know straight up rather than lying. But I think what really set it apart this time was that when he told everybody, and then he went to have that talk, and then spoke to Emilia, and then came back now after Meili, and then talked to the whole group, you see his personality shine through. Does that make sense? The first few times that he straight up told him, hey, I lost my memories, they took it from, okay, he lost his memories here, we're gonna go try to solve it for you. You stay put because, well, you're weak, you don't know anything, don't do anything. So he kind of was, when he presented it, he didn't give them an air of confidence in him as a person. They felt like they had to do that for him. And that led to the first time he got pushed off the stairs, I guess. But I think a big difference is this time, you see a lot of Subaru shine through. Also, it's a bit of different circumstances, because the first few times he said that he lost his memories, he wasn't as familiar and acquainted with the people here. Now he's quite literally been through life and death with them. So, and he has a really strong rock in his corner in Emilia, and I guess Betty as well, but you get what I mean from the end of last season, or last core. So I guess the circumstances are different this time, but even so, he said it in a way that's like, okay, that's definitely Subaru. He at least remembers our names and how we felt towards each other. He just doesn't remember what happened. But he's Subaru. And that's a big distinction for them. Rather than being like, yeah, that's Subaru, but who is he? It's, this is the guy that I know. And he knows me. He just doesn't know how he knows me and everything that we've done up to this point. But that's still him. The reliability, the intelligence, the goofiness, the negative parts of him, but that's still him. And that inspires a lot more confidence in them. And I think it's gonna serve really well to mend a lot of those relationships. And it was unfortunate to see that with Meili. I mean, she's just confused. Like, she's young, she's impressionable. That's the thing. She didn't grow up in good circumstances. You can't blame her. You can't blame her the same way you could blame Echidna or Anastasia, whatever you want to call her. Like, if she decided to go crazy randomly, and I guess I guess maybe depending on the reason, like if it was self-preservation or care for Anna, whatever it may be, I guess maybe then you could justify it. But for the most part, if she decides to go crazy, that's a grown woman, bro. Like, you know, she knows she's in full control of what she wants. But Meili's young, impressionable. She grew up with Elsa and in the forest, and you have Capella, and you have all these things. And I guess I messed up by saying that she sees her as a mom. That's not really how she sees her, but she sees her as her, realistically. And it's honestly a pattern you see in a lot in victims of abuse. And I get that the situation wasn't necessarily the same because that's not really what Elsa was doing. But you see it where it's, this person was clearly detrimental to your health, but because of the space they take up in your mind and how their presence is what built up your psyche, it kind of makes it really difficult to move on. And you could see it with Meili because, well, again, it's not quite the same situation because Elsa was pretty nice in raising her. It's, you're living this lifestyle that's quite literally evil, and I'm modeling myself after that lifestyle, and now I'm copying your mannerisms and what you like and what you say and what you think, and then now you're gone. So it's like, do I avenge you even if I know that's not what you want? Do I take myself out? Because in that sense, I'm just taking out the same image of the person that I built up who's already gone. I don't know. It's a very complex situation. And I like to see, I did like how Subaru handled it, which was funny because I did say he jumped for Emilia, but not for her. He ended up jumping for her. So respect to Subaru. You know what? I'll give him that respect. He did have it in his back pocket that Emilia was there to save him. And I still need to find out what leather that belt is. Either way, I mean, I feel like we're gonna confront the crux of our issues pretty soon here. And from my understanding is this arc just gets crazier. So a lot to look forward to, and it was a great episode back after a month-long break. In the meantime though, if you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, or follow my Patreon, linked in the description down below. You'll gain access to early uncut and exclusive reactions that you get to decide on and influence. That should be it, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.